This is the first time I've seen the lot since I sold it. Now, it was cleared at the time, but now, after getting all the permitting done and kind of pegging the corners of the actual foundation for this slab home, which is going to be about, I think, 2316 square feet. Adams Homes calls their models by their square footage, so this is the 2316. This is going to have 4 bedrooms and 3 baths on that main level, so it's a good size house, and it's really cool to see what's been going on here. I'll turn the camera around in just a second, but they do have it boxed in, and they're starting to lay some of the plumbing here, and we can get a sense on the layout and the trenching that's been done. I would say they're at least a couple of weeks away from the actual pour when they'll cover up all the pipes they put down in the ground. Here's how we're looking as we come into the driveway area. So this is going to be the front of the house. Here's the main waste line that's going to take it out to the street. Here at Sanders Ridge, they do have a city sewer and a city water, so these are going to hook up to the street. So there's no septic on site, so that makes it a little more flexible in terms of what you can do with your yard and such. But again, that does mean that you are having a hookup out to the street. And you do see this wood here. This is the boxing of the actual foundation. And you can see it kind of goes around, and that's into the front door area, kind of the front stoop. I'm going to go back around this way so I don't fall into this main waste line. And this here is going to be your front stoop or your front entryway. And you can see they'll have deep footers here. They're already dug. Get a sense on how deep that is. I'd say it's probably running about 20 inches, maybe 2 feet once it's poured. And then this is going to be the garage area in here. You can see they've poured just some gravel, which will be pushed in here, and then they'll pour the concrete on top of it. So we're kind of walking into the garage area. And as I recall, my buyers wanted to have a sink in the garage. So that's a good sign to see this line here. And this has an extra cost, but it's minimal. Of course, you want to do it now so you don't have to come back and dig up your floors with a jackhammer. So the real key here with slab homes is to understand what you want to have in the home, design it that way, and have it installed, because later you just can't do it. Well, you could, but who wants to go and pull up their flooring, get a jackhammer out, and hook up water lines? So that's just not feasible. So again, that kind of comes right in here to which I think this here is the powder room. Here's a hot and a cold here. But again, that is taking us back out to the garage. These lines over here probably going to fan out into a spigot on the outside wall there. It's the right side of the home. As we go straight back, this is the primary bedroom on this ranch home. A split plan. The primary is on the right side in the rear corner, and the rest of the bedrooms are on the other side of the home. So nice and quiet for the owners of the home. If you have kids or if you have guests, they're on the other side. So what we see here, again, is the trenching that's going around, which is, yeah, that's a good, when you consider how high up it's going to come to the top of the wood, that's a good 2 feet right there. Again, you can see the trench line that's dug. That'll give you a sense of it right in there too. That's kind of neat. You can see how that goes right down the line. And we have our waste piping in here, and our most likely our dual sinks. And as I recall, this is going to be the large shower here in the primary owner's ensuite. So you see how those lines are here, and they're all gravity fed. This is going to be going downhill, this waste line. You kind of follow it as they go through. They've already got part of it buried, but these waste lines, they all, fan out. That one goes over to the other bathrooms. Again, there's 3 bathrooms in this house, so we've got 2 on one side. We have a powder up front and the primary ensuite bath, which we just saw. So we do have a laundry room on this side too. So we've got a lot of plumbing on the other side of the house. You can see again, these are all for the wastewater, and hot and colds over here with this PEX piping. And this is just a maze of pipes for these other bathrooms, these 2 baths and the laundry area. So here's again that main waste pipe that's taking you out to the street. But again, this gives you a sense on the trenching and the boxing these framing members. It looks like it's not really going to hold up, but it will. They know what they're doing. They make this mold, they put in some rebar where necessary, some gravel and some plastic on the top, and then they're ready for the pour. And right next door to my buyer's lot is the next phase. You can see this one has been poured. There's the back porch area, but this gives you a sense on what my client's house, their slab, will be looking like in a couple of weeks. You can see all the piping that is sticking up. Again, that's the layout. This is a different layout than my client's home, but you can see the hot and cold and the waste pipe, and really a nice job here with the foundation. It's again, looks like it's just curing still, but you can see the expansion cuts that are in here. And also you can see, let me get one more in the sun here, these bolts, do you see them kind of going along the edge? That's where they'll put the sill plate down and bolt the framing to the foundation, to the slab, and they will start going vertical, which you can also see too in the distance, and I guess it's okay for me to walk on here, is how they have the garage recessed down, which is always good. So, you know, we're below the house grade. So again, just in case any water or anything spills in the garage, it's going to stay down there. You can see it's down at a lower level by some 4 inches or so. So again, this is how the finished product of a slab looks. And we'll be chronicling how my client's house looks, as that's there, as we just showed you. Will be going up over the course of the next few months here at Sanders Ridge in Troutman. Beautiful spot. I'm off to my next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit me up if I can help you in any way with any real estate related question, or perhaps you're interested in purchasing new construction. I'd be glad to scope it out for you and make you a video. Matt Morano with Realty One Group Select. I'd love to be your buyer's agent at no cost to you. Give me a call at 704-582-1314. See you next time.